because Reo, hey, kannada yaro matadadu. Hello people, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Melodramatic Bookworm family. I am on a booktube break, and all of these videos that you are seeing are pre-filmed, and I am not indulging in any filming except for wrap-ups and any book reviews that I have to do. So I hope that you will still stick by me throughout all of this, and that you will join and keep joining the Melodramatic Bookworm family. I am here today with my July 2021 TBR. It's already July. Like I say this in every TBR that it's already this month, it's already this month. But July is a different kind of feeling for me because it's my birthday month, and I can't believe we are here at another birthday. And I am like, do we need to get older? Do we need to age? But keeping in mind the fact that we do age, I have decided to go easy on myself this month. And by easy on myself, I mean really easy on myself. You will see, because I have only 7 books. So you can see that I am taking a booktube break, and I am going to stick to it this time without pressurizing myself a lot, because I have been thinking a lot about content and what to do this, when to post this and all of that. But this time I'm like, even reading wise, I'm going to read all of these, and then maybe I'll just pick whatever I want to pick from my TBR, from my bigger TBR. Okay, so without any further ado, let's dive right into this video, and let me share with you all the books that I want to read in July 2021. A quick reminder, if you'd like to buy any of the books mentioned in this video, then please use my Amazon affiliate links in the description box below. It would be of immense help to me. First up are the subscriber picks for the month of July, and as of now, these books are winning at 44% of the votes. They have 44% of the votes, and the books are King of Scars and Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. And I am super excited to read these 2 books, especially after reading Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I lost my mind over those, and I really wanted to start reading these almost immediately, but I wasn't able to. So as usual, if I really want to read a book, I just put it on this poll, and you people deliver. You know me very well. You know what I really want to read perhaps, and then maybe you subconsciously you also want to read those, and then our both tastes and thinking match, and you go and vote for it. I don't know how that happens, and I think this is a follow-up to what happens after Crooked Kingdom, and I am really excited because this centers, I think, Nikolai Lantsov, and he is one of the most obviously smooth and charming characters I've ever seen in this duology as well as ever. I mean, in this series as well as ever, and I am super excited to read this. But I think I may have gotten spoiled about what happens and a certain pairing that happens in these books, because it's everywhere. And I've also heard that Rule of Wolves is like mind-blowingly good. So what else do I need? And especially when I'm taking a break, yes, go for it. A book that promises to break me? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to read them. Next up is the book club pick for the Bookbound Book Club, and for that all of you collectively voted for The Shining by Stephen King. The Shining has been on my TBR for ages. I have a Kindle version of it, and I have never gotten the courage to read the book, because I am a huge scaredy cat, and I know that The Shining is one of the most horrifying horror books to ever exist, and I never touched it. But you people are going to make me read it, and I'm somehow glad for it, because I've always wanted to dip into the horror genre. But we are not going to do reading sprints at midnight, please, because that would like terrify me. I would have nightmares. So I very intelligently like no self-praise at all over here. I have planned to start reading this book during the day, and I will only read it during the day. Anytime it gets dark and I read this book, I am going you probably because we know that if a book gets gripping, I just can't stop reading it. So if this book ends up something like that, and if I end up reading it into the night, then probably I don't know what's going to happen. Next up is a book that I had wanted to read and review for my channel members for the month of June, but since I am taking a break and I have made some changes to the whole channel memberships levels and tiers, I will be reviewing it for the month of July. And the book is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and I don't know much about this except that this is the story of a girl called Jane Eyre who comes up in life and how she comes up in life. And I think there's also some romance in there. I think there's a guy called Mr. Rochester, I'm not really sure, but and I remember I have this feeling of deja vu that I doubtfully looked at the camera and I said that maybe there's this guy called Mr. Rochester in the previous TBR video as well, but it's okay. As long as I actually go ahead and read this, it's all going to be okay. So this is something that I will be exclusively reviewing for my channel members. I will be talking in short about it in my July wrap up, but the member video will be detailed. Like I will be talking in detail about this book in the member video. Next is a book of poetry by one of my favorite authors of all time, and that is Where Hope Comes From by Nikita Gill. I wanted to start reading it the day I bought it, but on the day that I bought it, I was not in a great frame of mind. Maybe not being in a great frame of mind, if I had read this, I would have felt a little better maybe, but I did not want to give my half-assed attention to this book, because such writing, Nikita Gill's writing, deserves more than half-assed attention because of how beautiful, how powerful, how hopeful it is, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I think I find it very fitting that I will be reading this during my birthday month. Maybe this will give me hope for the next year, whatever is to come and whatever is going to happen from now on. And as I look at this book right now, I feel like maybe I should like just start reading it right away, but I'm going to save it. I'm going to control myself and not devour this book, because there are other books on my June TBR that I need to read, and this deserves me sitting back, relaxing and reading and absorbing the words. And I really want to find out where hope comes from. Maybe it's from Nikita Gill's words. Next up is another book that I had added to one of my earlier TBRs, and not one, multiple TBRs actually, but never got around to reading it. But the book is Our Moon Has Blood Clots by Rahul Pandita. This is the story of I think the Kashmiri Pandit's exodus from Kashmir, and I'm not really sure on the details. I will find out once I read the book. I will be reading and reviewing this for Writer's Melon, and I am really looking forward to reading this, especially because I don't like the fact that I have put this off for a long time. I mean, there are a bunch of books on my TBR that way that I have been putting off for way too long. The last book on my July TBR is another book that I had added to 10,000 different TBRs, but I did not get around to reading it, and that is The Heart Asks Pleasure First by Karuna Izra Parikh. I think I've spoken enough about this book in a ton of my other TBR videos, and I won't say anything else except that Pan Macmillan sent me this book, and I am super grateful for them for sending it to me. And the cover is beautiful, and I'm going to read out the blurb, and I'm going to end it at that, because it's not fair. I know it's not fair. Okay. So, it's a sunny day in 2001, and Daya, a ballet student, is sitting in a park in Wales, far away from her home in India. Unbeknownst to her, she is about to meet Aftab, a young Muslim lawyer from Pakistan, and fall inexplicably in love. Even as Aftab battles his heart, their relationship transcends the divides of religion, nationality and language. They forge profound bonds, but the cataclysmic events of the year will have dangerous ramifications and push them to confront the most difficult complexities of their lives. Set in a world of students, but breathtaking in its expansiveness, The Heart Asks Pleasure First is a spellbinding first novel that speaks urgently to the frailties of our times. Karuna Ezra Parikh humanizes the big themes of friendship and family, migration and xenophobia with the deftness of a poet and the magic of a born storyteller. And this is also a book that I will be reading and reviewing for Writer's Melon, so I think that's that. So, these are all the books that I want to read in July 2021. Which of these do you think you would like to read? Which of these have you read? Which ones did you like? Which ones did you not like? Which ones are you super excited about? Which ones are you adding to your TBR? Which ones are you adding to your wish list? Which ones are you going to buy? If you are going to buy any of these books, then please use my Amazon affiliate links in the description box below. It would be of immense help to me, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.